what's up? I'm Jesse.
And I'm Josh.
And today we're talking about the purpose of the core, right? So the core, the midline, the trunk, there's a lot of different names for it. There's a lot of different conceptions of what it is, and what your mental map of what the core is gonna affect how you move. And so today what we're gonna talk about is, let's start out with Josh in hollow body. So if we're in hollow body, your core, your ability to brace your midline to stabilize during movement becomes everything from your toes extended out in front of you to your hands extended out overhead. So that if I were to move one of those pieces, his entire body would move as one unit. So now his core becomes his entire body. Good, go ahead and come up, Josh. In that case, what he's doing is he's bracing so that he's not changing position during movement. And that's the main purpose of our core, right? If we have an overhead squat, go ahead and have an overhead squat. The main purpose of his core is, face me, so we can see inside. The main purpose of the core is to keep the trunk from the hips to the neck, to keep that spine from changing position during movement. Or if we look at a GHD sit up, right, we want the trunk to stay in one position as we extend and flex from the hips. But our trunk in a GHD sit-up doesn't go into flexion and extension.
Being able to hold a stable core is one part, but also after that, you should be able to breathe while being able to hold that stability, right? So when I breathe out, I should be able to keep tension in my core to keep my whole body strong so that I can breathe through movements. These are just like challenges to see if you can breathe through these core holding practices, mainly through some gymnastics movements. And one of them is actually being able to breathe in the L-sit, which I find pretty challenging. So coming up into an L-sit, being able to hold this, and still being able to like breathe through my diaphragm and keep that tension in my feet up as I go through.
Yeah, it's easy in a 1 rep max back squat to do the core bracing sequence, to breathe in your diaphragm, to use your 360-degree breath to stiffen everything up so that we don't change position on our midline. It's a lot harder on, a 12-minute AMRAP to be able to brace when you need to do 15 medium weight back squats, or in gymnastic sequences, 2-minute gymnastic sequences, to be able to stay braced. So all you do is you practice as you first brace core bracing sequence, then as you exhale, you compress that wind tunnel even just a little bit more. Then when you take it, you keep that compression as you breathe in, and now you're braced again. So you just learn to practice that over and over and over again.
And again, the two movements, the hollow body and the L-sit, are pretty good for learning how to keep your core braced and breathing through that core bracing the entire time.
Cool, practice it, try it out.
Yeah, and we can become better movers for life.